Our next promotion is a very, very special promotion to the position of Senior Vice President. This promotion will prove to all of you that experience is not necessary to rise to the top of this company. As a freshman in college, he had never had a job before, but he understood the potential of the ACN opportunity and began rapidly building his team. After meeting his wife in ACN, their business has thrived and they have never looked back. Separately, they were successful. Together, they are unstoppable. The elite of the elite, they continue to light the way for others as leaders and Circle of Champions members, and it is my honor to welcome them to the next chapter in their ACN business. Please help us promote to the position of Senior Vice President, Max and Teanna Knowles.
Excited to be here. I'm just going to tell you real quick, 3.5 years ago, I was working as a waitress. Today, I'm here. I got to work regional vice president after 2 years, and today I can't imagine the life that I live right now is better than any dream that I could have had. So I'm going to turn it over to the man of the hour, who this is really his promotion, but I want to thank him for everything that he's done for me in terms of inspiring me to go out there. And you don't understand, when you talk about beast mode, he's a definition of beast mode. This gentleman, with his determination, his love, his dedication to his team, his craft, his passion, and more importantly, his dedication to ACN, inspires me like none other. So I'm going to turn it over to none other than Senior Vice President, Mr. Max Knowles.
So I'm going to share with you really quick my story. I got involved in ACN 9 years ago when I was 18. And when I signed up, I had a great family growing up. But I seen my parents live the life that they lived. They worked real hard for me and my sister. Putting a lot of time in. We weren't rich. They provided a great life. But I know the conversation around money and what it was like. And cut a long story short, growing up, I started doing the wrong things. In fact, by the time I was in middle school, I was already kicked out of school for substance abuse and drug problems. And it's because of those choices I made at a young age, it really, shadowed me growing up. And so when I went into school, started in high school, I was put in certain programs and in certain classes because for people who had problems and issues. So I was already convinced that I was no good and not good enough, and I believed that. And at that point, I really didn't have any expectation of what my future could be, because I thought I was nothing. So I signed the application, but I didn't believe in myself, and I didn't believe I could do anything. Like, I didn't know. I was just like, well, let me just see. And then I went to a convention. In fact, here's what really, it's kind of crazy, but on the DVD, the opportunity video got me when Greg said, it doesn't matter what you've done in your past, all that matters is what you're going to do from this point forward. Now, one thing hooked me. And I went to my first national, and it gave me belief, and I saw people who were just like me making it happen. You know, I met my regional vice president, Mr. Kempton Griffiths, who is a very humble man, and, you know, showed me what it is to have character and be a servant leader. And, you know, it gave me the confidence that I needed to at least give myself a chance to just try. And so here's what happened. I came back with a mission. I believed that ACN was real. I went to work. I worked really hard. And I hit team coordinator. And, you know, I just want to let you know the journey's already determined. See, this was all supposed to happen, the whole journey, but let me just tell you what happened, right? So I started making money as a team coordinator. And then I started becoming egotistical. Started thinking that I was the deal. Spending everything. Doing nonsense. Who cares? I can easily go with qualified reps. I'm good. Beast mode. And then I hit RVP 21. Thought I had made it. And I was like, I'm good. And then my whole team quit. All my TCs quit. Everybody quit. And I lost everything. And the problem was I had the lifestyle, I had the money. I mean, I had my condo, my car, and all that, but I was struggling in every sense of the word. And it got so bad that I couldn't afford it. I couldn't do anything. I was living off tuna fish free. I was living off tuna fish 3 months. Good thing I had crackers to give me the carbs I needed, you know what I'm saying? It was at my lowest point in my life. I quit. And I had nothing else. I was like, that's it, I can't do this anymore. It was 2008, 2009, May of 2009, I made it and said, I can't go another year going through what I've gone through. This is it, I can't do this no more. I can't live this way. And then Mr. James Allen, I saw him blowing up, and I was inspired by his success. I asked him what he was doing, and he referred me to a coach that he was working with, and so I had no money, but I said, I gotta do something. I got one last chance to make this work, because if not, I can't do this no more. And so I called this coach, and I never had a real upline to coach me and direct me, and that was Teresa Jabor. Yeah. And so here's what happened. I was humbled, I was stripped of my ego, I had no money, and I was hungry, and I was determined, and I had no other option but to make it happen. It was do or die. All it takes is a few. And we went to work, we started doing well. And within a year, that's when I met Mr. Paul Whaling, he's here in the back, who came into the organization, and he's like, I see what you guys are doing, but you guys are just really sloppy and ghetto. We need to fix some things. And I was coachable. Because of what I had gone through. I'm one of whatever, if you think you make it better, let's make it better. So he helped out and became a major contributor, helped us create the culture we have today called Dynasty. So God blessed me with all the right people at the right time. And then fast forward from May of 2009, the lowest point of my life where I had nothing and my business was dead. I was bottom of the barrel. Made that decision. 1 year later, I was top 2 regional vice president. And then I've been riding that right wave ever since. And so I just want to tell you, I just want to let you guys know, it's been 9 years. I've been waiting for this moment for 9 years. This is the most important thing I've ever accomplished in my life. And in that process, I met my wife. And it was I'm not easy to deal with. So when things seem like not happening, everything's falling apart, that's just what we call divine delays. See, God just has a way of blessing you when the time is right. And you can't give up the faith. And you gotta know. And I'm just telling you, here's what it boils down to. You gotta be crazy about it. You can't let anybody take it away from you. You gotta be so sold out to where you're going with ACN that no matter how bad it gets, no matter how challenging financially it gets, it's just part of the process of what you gotta go through in order to become a senior vice president. Because let me tell you something, it's necessary. What I had to go through then was important for me to get my stuff straight, so that way I could lead the organization I lead today. I'm always going to stay humble. I'm always going to stay hungry. I'm always going to keep God first because of what I had to go through. quit. They never build statues for people who cried and quit. They only build statues for people who commit and conquer. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a mission. And it's my mission right now to represent ACN at the highest levels. I want to be the best leader I can be. And I appreciate the founders for their example of what true leadership is. They have been my role models. I grew up in ACN. You know, I want to thank all the senior vice presidents, Struggle of Champions member, because indirectly you have been mentors of mine. And, you know, I studied everybody. And I just appreciate the love that everybody has here. I love ACN with all my heart. I'm so excited to be part of ACN. I'm so thankful that God has blessed me to be a part of ACN and all the people. And I just love every single person here. So guys, beast mode.